There is something remarkable about you that is destined to make you world-renowned. It's your truth. It is your authenticity. It is your creativity. It is already what you are. It is in your expression. It is in your personality. It is in your being. You cannot escape this fact of who you truly are. And for better or for worse, like it or not, it is a unique piece of the tapestry of humanity, and it is needed now more than ever. The true, authentic, accepted you. That's like a superpower. It is the brand of you, which is utterly unique. By the way, on December 21st, I'm going to be hosting a very special event called I Am Aligned and Abundant. If you're interested in learning more about this, comment manifest down below and I'll send you the details. When I say brand in this sense, I really want to unpack this term in a way that I think you've never looked at it or heard of it before. Because when we think of brand, we're often thinking in terms of a kind of corporate or marketing jargon or slang, something like that. But that's not the way that I mean it. If we just for a moment look back on the origins of that term brand, we see that it's been used to mark cattle, for example. Now, this is with a purpose, right? Because if someone steals your cattle, then you can make the distinction between my cattle and someone else's cattle. Or if they go wandering from property to property, you can see whose is whose and who's responsible for whose, right? Now, if you take this one step deeper into the brand of you, the mark of you, the unique symbol of you, what's shaped and molded and created that symbol is your experience. You know, for example, what you've gone through in your life, what you've learned, what you've created, who you've become, that's the brand of you. And that is a mark, an authentic mark, which cannot be copied or competed against. It cannot be faked. Think about it like this. In your life, if you've gone through an experience of creating something remarkable, or maybe you've gone through something significant, maybe a kind of trauma or a long period of depression, and you've overcome this, right? And you've transformed yourself in this, and now you've become joyful, right? Now, if someone wants to do that in their life, they want to create something beautiful in their life, they want to overcome something challenging in their life, they're going to want to learn from someone who's done that, truly done that. Now, who are you going to want to work with? Someone who's read 100 books on overcoming depression or overcoming burnout, or someone who's read 100 books on creating a meaningful business or brand or organization which impacts millions of people, makes millions of dollars? Or are you going to want to work with someone who's actually done it, actually lived it, authentically breathed it? That is the brand. Because the brand is the mark of you that is true, that is authentic. It is the symbol and the representation of who you have become, of everything that you've gone through, everything that you've created. It is that truth. And everyone can feel this. You can feel the difference between someone who's just read a bunch of books and someone who actually lives and breathes the truth that they are speaking to, that they are expressing. You see, this is the vibrational quality. It is the subconscious, the subliminal knowing that we have. And this, it can't be faked. We can try to fake it. And we may be able to deceive ourselves for some time. We may be able to deceive other people for some time, but at some point it catches up to you, because until it is a vibrational truth, an authentic expression, then it does not have that same resonance. And this is the beautiful thing about this, because the thing that makes you you, the thing that makes you authentic and unique is that resonance. And this is what allows you to receive beyond measure. It is the way to get paid to exist. It is the reality where you are wildly rich, because it is your truth. You don't need to put on a mask. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to try to get somewhere other than where you are to be worthy of the reality where you are you, where you exist, where you can be all of you as you are, and to be paid to exist, to receive beyond measure by virtue of who you authentically are. You see, this is the brand of you, and all it really takes is for you to know yourself, to know your experience in life, to know the things that you've gone through, and to accept yourself, to accept what has happened, to use that as a trampoline, as a launch pad, to embrace all that you are. And in that acceptance, in that embrace, in that forgiveness, there is the possibility to become something beautiful. There is the possibility to transform and to transmute everything that you've experienced, everything that you've learned, everything that you've created into something greater. This is the prerequisite for greatness, for excellence. It is fearlessness. It is courage. When I say fearlessness, I don't mean not having any fear. I mean the courage to face your fear, the courage to act despite fear. You see, courage is a beautiful thing because it doesn't mean that you don't have doubt. It doesn't mean that you don't experience fear. It doesn't mean that there's not a sense, a nagging imposter within you that's making you feel like you're not worthy. It means that you see that, you know that, you confront that, you accept that, you forgive that, and yet you don't let it stop you. Anything ever that is great that has been created, anyone that has done anything great, anyone that has ever inspired you, I guarantee you they are not an exception to this. Even before I make these videos, I still feel the fear and the anxiety and the nervousness. Anytime I go to work with people online or do a program, I still feel that. It's become a sign that I'm going in the right direction. And over the last year and a half, I've created several hundred videos. This is something that I've faced several hundred times. I've now worked with hundreds of people from all over the world, and every time it's the same kind of thing. And yet, every time it's an opportunity to transcend, to transform, to transmute that energy into greater creativity, into more and more alignment. In that time, as maybe some kind of a measure or a metric, I have too allowed myself to receive over $100,000 in just a year. This is all what's possible when you know yourself and accept yourself, and you embrace the brand of you, that unique mark that makes you who you are. You don't try to fake it into something else. You don't try to become someone else. You don't try to do it like someone else. You accept yourself. You express yourself shamelessly, unapologetically. You create from the alignment of that brand of you. And that is a unique, priceless currency, which everyone can feel and everyone desperately wants underneath everything. Because really what we want is the truth. We want something real. We want something raw. And we know it when we see it. We feel it. It is so inspiring. And it is the one thing that allows each and every one of us to awaken and remember who we are. You see, that's the gift that keeps on giving, because when you know yourself and accept yourself, you grow beyond belief. You create beyond your imagination. You receive beyond what you can comprehend with the mind. It's like magic unfolding. And that becomes the testament. That becomes the signal. That becomes the representation for others to do the same, because they're awakened to their true self. You see, that frequency of authenticity, of truth, is felt at a very deep level. It's where you're speaking from, it's where you're speaking to. It's where you're creating from, it's what you're creating to. It's like this example I've used before. If you were to go into a piano store, a room full of pianos, and you were to press the middle key on one of the pianos, the string behind that key, it's vibrating, right? If you were to go and look simultaneously at all the other pianos in that same room, the string, that same string is vibrating on all the pianos, even though only one was touched. This is the power of resonance. Everyone can feel that frequency of truth. when it is accepted, when it is expressed. And that becomes the most compelling, the most inspiring thing. It is a gift that keeps on giving because it resonates and recreates itself in the people around you. It becomes a tidal wave, a snowball effect, where then the world starts to accept itself. And when we live in a world like this of pure harmony, of pure freedom, pure creative expression, pure acceptance, it's a beautiful thing. On the 21st of December, I'm going to be doing a masterclass or a workshop called I Am Aligned and Abundant. It's going to be awakening to your true self, aligning with your calling, and manifesting your desired reality. And if you want to join me for this one-day event, it is going to be a Christmas event in the truest sense. Comment manifest down below. I will send you more information about it, because this is going to be a mass gathering of conscious creators in the spirit of Christ, in the spirit of pure consciousness, to become the creator of your reality, to know yourself, accept yourself, and to become the creator of your own economy, of your own abundance, of your own freedom and fulfillment, the love and the joy that is within you to be expressed and shared without. This is the true meaning of Christmas. And this is a gift that I'm so excited to share with all of you. So if you're interested in joining this event and learning more about it, comment manifest down below. I'll send you more information.